Hey guys, it's Dr. Ben Rush from Bodies of Motion Chiropractic. I'm here this morning with Crossfit Weld. We're going to be going over some general mobility exercises this morning. My mentors basically break things down into either a hardware problem, which is just some sticky crunchiness through the joints that we need to just limber up, or a software problem, which is going to be neurologic coordination, being able to control that joint. And this morning we're really just going to be concentrating on general ways to get to any stickiness that would be more of a hardware issue. So one of the most neglected ranges of motion that we see in the office is thoracic spine extension, or T-spine extension. This little guy, the rad roller peanut, is great for really getting in there and opening up the chest for T-spine extension. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna basically lay down and place the spine right between these two balls. So ideally, we'd like to hit the entire T-spine, but these bottom couple ribs are not attached to the sternum. So you're gonna find that those are awfully uncomfortable to have the rad roller on. So I tell folks, just go a hand width below the shoulder blade, so you're getting into about T10, and we'll be able to work incrementally up each joint segment until we get to the top of the T-spine here. So Tyler's just gonna lay down with this just below his shoulder blade. And ideally, what you want to see is that the neck is relaxed and the head can easily rest on the floor in a neutral position. The low back is not hyperextended, and he's just going to reach his arms back overhead and try to lay his forearms and his hands down on the ground. Now, at the beginning and right between the shoulder blades, you may find that it's fairly uncomfortable to do, because these are some of the more common places that we find some T-spine restrictions. Just do your best to live there. Take deep breaths as you're going through the reps, and just bring the arms back in a slow manner for 5 to 10 repetitions. After those 5 to 10 reps, you can move down an inch so the ball moves up the spine one joint segment, and continue much the same until you get all the way to the top of the T-spine. Now, sometimes you may find in a really stiff range, your low back really wants to arch, your neck may be really extended, it's hard to get your head on the ground, or you can't get your arms back to the ground. That's okay. Just do your best. Take that slow, intentful movement with deep breaths, and through a couple of weeks of doing this, you're gonna find you're gonna get more limber, you're gonna be less uncomfortable in these positions, and it should really help to improve your overhead rack position. So while these are great general mobility exercises, if they're not really addressing all of the components of your tension, discomfort, stiffness, it doesn't mean you're not doing them right. It just might mean you need some extra help. So if it isn't getting to all of your problems, feel free to give me a call. My wife and I own and operate Bodies of Motion Chiropractic up here on Colgate Drive in Marietta. Or if you're not local, just seek out a qualified physical medicine professional so they can really assess and get to the root of your problem.